Do you love your job?
No!
Do you enjoy submitting to your boss's requests for probably less money than you wish?
No!
If you're like most people and the answer is no, don't worry. Today we'll be going over the best blockchain gaming opportunities to escape this rat race and instead do something you enjoy.
I'm waiting!
There are two very popular ideas coming to the gaming industry at the moment. Number one is blockchain technology, allowing for users to actually own their character, items, land, and more through non-fungible tokens. Number two is the ever-classic Battle Royale genre. I mean, who hasn't heard of Fortnite? This is a game mode where players must come closer and closer to each other, fighting until only one player or team remains. As our number 3 pick for profitable games, we chose Thetan Arena, a game that mashes these two popular ideas into one large platform for gameplay. It's currently available for Apple, Android, and PC, so no matter what type of gamer you are, this game will be available for you, with the exception of console players. This game is already quite advanced, with a player base of over 18 million and a market cap of 330 million. We've never seen an NFT gain traction faster than the popular original Axie Infinity. However, Thetan Arena has already surpassed in terms of growth rates. The value of the token has been continually going down, meaning just holding the coin won't be enough. In order to profit from this game, you must actively play. On top of this, because the coin is inflationary, you'll also need to stake your gems in order to secure profits. This feature is not yet added, but hopes to be implemented in the second quarter of 2022. This is important to know, as the game hopes to increase the supply of the token by 200% by the end of the summer of 2022. A slight red flag for the value of the token, however, we can counteract this through staking and playing. This large supply increase will be the largest increase for the game, and after that, we'll see much more linear action. With that being said, their inflationary model is still very hyperinflationary, even after the 200% increase. If you plan on buying the gem, begin taking action immediately so you're not the victim to this, but rather on the advantageous side. You must be aware of the expected price action for this, and know how to make profits even with plummeting prices. With all that being said, the marketers for this game are skilled in their craft. If there's a lot of hype around the project, we may see some price increase, but that will be extremely difficult and will require millions of new players to join in short amounts of time. While this platform does have a fairly ambitious roadmap, it does not extend past the first quarter of 2023, possibly indicating that it won't stick around for too long. Overall, this project seems to have the potential of providing an income source. However, this is a high-risk investment, even if the potential rewards are hard to resist. Farmer's World is an NFT blockchain game that allows for those that wish to make money through agricultural strategy and competition between players. The economics of the game are far simpler than that of a normal farm, allowing for everyone to play. Before explaining the nuance of the coin, let's first talk about price. The price of the token, FWW, has gone from $6 to below 8 cents at its lowest, and is now trading at 15 cents. This major drop happened within the last several weeks. Clearly, this coin is super volatile, with high risks but equally high rewards. With that being said, there's an ambitious trend line that indicates slow-paced, sustainable growth for the ecosystem. A bright side of this sudden price decrease is that it allows for users to join the game without as many funds. At the beginning of the game, it would cost several hundred just to own an axe and begin playing. However, players can now join for less than $10. We may see an increase in the player base because of how cheap it is to join, overall helping the price of the coin. Whether you see this price decrease as a red flag or as an opportunity is your decision, but we will try to provide both the good and the bad, allowing for your decision to be knowledge-based. Farmer's World is a game where players try to maintain their farm in hopes of creating self-sustainability or taking hold of higher quantities of NFTs as well as more valuable ones. This game revolves around mining, growing crops, as well as owning cows and chickens. Users will mine gold by simply playing the game. Then you can create or repair tools using this gold and wood, giving the possibility of fishing. With fish, you can maximize your energy or strength. On top of this, farmers will breed their animals, as well as build pastures, sheds, and things of the like to expand their farms. When you get fields, you can begin the self-sustainability cycle by feeding your grown crops to your animals. With this cycle, you can achieve one of the biggest goals in the game, and that is fighting off the jungle monsters. A key aspect of this game is fighting these monsters, not allowing them to invade your farm. If the described game seems interesting and enjoyable, or maybe you'd only play it for the money, stick around for the tokenomics. Considering Farmers World is a new game with not much advertising, it has a decent-sized player base of 150,000 people. Their Discord server has close to 90,000 members. There are hundreds of transactions per day, as all of the smaller properties of the game, such as wood or barley, are NFTs. Thankfully, this game is built on the Wax ecosystem. This is a small network, mostly used for NFTs. While this does make it more difficult for getting into the game due to the unpopularity of the network, it does mean that there are super cheap transaction fees. Farmers World, as well as all their tokens, are the most popular, most valuable, and most traded tokens on the blockchain. The economy of this coin will be difficult to sustain, and the developers will definitely need to make changes to allow for the project to grow. The future of the software and protocol development does not seem too bright, as the roadmap is not only shallow and very empty, but also not up to date. When compared to other projects, few announcements are made, which is by no means reassuring to an investor. If you're looking for a farming game to play on an NFT gaming system, Farmers World is by far your best choice. The developers did a good job with actually setting up the game, ensuring it runs smoothly, etc. Because the price is so low, there is no hope for high rewards for players that are actively improving their farms. Although this is risky, the possible rewards are very tempting. The game is simple enough that anyone can profit from it, while complicated enough that it keeps you hooked.
Really very nice and good.
Have you seen people who absolutely love playing fantasy football, soccer, or other similar games? While some people do it just for fun, others will spend or make hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, never before has this popular idea been implemented into blockchain technology. SoRare is exactly that, a fantasy football, soccer if you're from North America, game in which players can buy, sell, trade, and manage virtual football teams, where each player is an NFT. No matter how much money you have, you can join in, as the cheapest players are worth less than $20, while the most expensive cost tens of thousands. There are 4 different tiers for cards based on scarcity. There are common, rare, super rare, and unique. Common cards are the only cards that do not act as an NFT, and therefore cannot be bought, sold, or upgraded. Each team is made up of 5 players, a goalkeeper, a defender, midfielder, forward, and a position of your choice. If you don't understand how this game system works from a non-blockchain tech, here's the simple explanation. The player's real-life performance directly affects your virtual player's performance, whether that is good or bad for your team. The sum of their performance is your total score, even though that can be affected by several variables such as captain status, season, and more. SoRare is by no means just dealing with small numbers, as an NFT for Cristiano Ronaldo sold for $290,000. At the time of recording, SoRare had over $900,000 in trade volume with over 7,000 trades. In March, SoRare partnered with the popular platform Ubisoft for a public tournament. Collaborations with large platforms will continue to grow the ecosystem and will highly improve the player base, trading volume, etc. One of the largest problems with the current platform is that it's built on the Ethereum blockchain, meaning slower, more expensive transactions. The potential for this game would significantly go up if it were to migrate to a different network. However, the developers are attempting to improve this by accepting the help of a Layer 2 solution. For their pick, they chose Starkwave, which utilizes the zero-knowledge consensus model, providing for quick, cheap transactions. Currently, the game has 140 clubs and hopes to keep expanding that number. More and more tournaments are scheduled, which will in turn hype and grow the project all the more. The developers clearly care about the project as they continue adding improvements, such as reassuring the community of their worry for price levels. It was claimed that as the player base grows, the top-tier cards will become more and more affordable. In reply, the developers stated that they will add clubs and leagues, and if the problem is still not solved, will add tiers to adjust prices. Overall, this is a great project that already has a huge player base in the niche. The developers clearly care and hope to improve it, and the execution for development has been nothing but success. If you enjoy European football or think you could make some smart moves, this is the game for you. Because it's built on the blockchain, the potential for profit is the highest in its niche. If you enjoyed or learned something from this video, all support is appreciated. Remember to do your own research.